Hey guys, today we're going to show you how robots can express emotions, take care of your health, and even dance cooler than a human. Get ready for a solid portion of positive emotions. Let's get started. If I ask you how robots differ from humans, you'll probably say that they have no emotions, they have no feelings, and stuff like that. Are you really sure about this? Then you should definitely take a look at this robot made by Honda. Do you know what makes it so unique? This is the first robot capable of empathy. It was designed specifically to empathize with people and provide them with psychological support. Could you possibly imagine that? A robot that acts as a therapist. It sounds ridiculous, but it's already real. Not only does it recognize one's emotions, but also reacts to them and shows compassion. By the way, the rounded shape of the robot's body is there for a reason. This is done so that one could comfortably hug him. What do you say? Would you like to bare your soul to such a companion? Robots are designed to make life easier. There are a lot of situations where machinery works better than a human. So Aibo's Robotics has invented a robot that has a danger recognition system and can perfectly navigate in space. Thanks to these functions, the robot will be extremely useful in the field of human life protection. These robots can be used to patrol streets, airports, or train stations to prevent an emergency and keep the crowd safe. Last but not least, this robot will be a great assistant when it comes to domestic duties and can even be effectively used for service in stores, cafes, or restaurants. Now imagine that all the important functions will be packed in a single device, and you won't need to be bouncing between your phone, tablet, or laptop. Can you believe it? In fact, it's actually possible. Temi is a robot that will replace all your gadgets. It's completely capable of receiving calls, shooting video, playing music, and executing a huge variety of commands. And more importantly, Temi will always be around. Just call him, and he'll be there waiting for your instructions. In addition, you can use the mobile app to control the robot remotely. Move it around the rooms, and by doing so, watch the house. Isn't that convenient? So the next one in our digest is the home companion robot called Lovot. It reminds me of a sloth or a penguin. What do you think? Who does it resemble? This robot does a great job at learning things. Over time, it'll manage to recognize the owner in person and remember one's habits, identify the owner's mood and respond accordingly, meet them on arrival home, and even one-uppy. All in all, it'll behave just like a little baby. I guess the only thing that this robot lacks is a larger battery. It can only work for 45 minutes after getting fully charged. What do you say? How do you like this kid? I'm sure no one will take better care of you than this robot named Pillo. It'll be tracking your health condition, remind you to take pills and dose their amount. You can ask Pillo a question about your health or well-being anytime and he'll give you an answer immediately. If you find it difficult to take care of yourself, then at least let the robot do it. And if you share your place with someone, Pillo will be happy to take care of your loved ones. The robot will keep records of all family members' health status and will become your home doctor. All the table tennis fans out there, now you don't have to look for a partner to play your favorite game. A robot called Forpheus is ready to play with you anytime, no matter day or night. The main difference between this robot and the others is that, in this case, a person doesn't train the robot. It's actually vice versa. It acts as a sport instructor, helps one to develop their abilities and improve one's table tennis skills. The more often you play with the robot, the harder it is for you to win, and the faster your skills improve. It's quite possible that Olympic champions will soon train this way. This thing, invented by Boston Dynamics, just blew up the internet. As you probably have noticed, all the previous robots shared one common weakness. They weren't designed to move on stairs and other uneven surfaces, and even if they could, they did it very slowly. But Spot, the robot you see on the screen right now, can move everywhere and quite quickly. If it falls somehow, it'll immediately rise and keep making its way. Multiple robots of this kind can team up and work together to complete a difficult task. Besides, Spot can get the job done and participate in games as well. It's indeed a great dancer. See for yourself. If you've been dreaming of a pet for a long time, would you consider a mechanical dog? Now, this one has been on the market for a long time, and it'll cost you $2,900. As a matter of fact, it's one of the cheapest robots in the review. Aibo is the first robot dog created by Sony. Its main purpose is to amuse all the family members. Each day, Aibo will learn more and more about the world around it while evolving and acquiring new skills. Of course, it's programmed to carry out a few basic tasks, but for the rest, you must teach it yourself, because it's not just a toy, it's artificial intelligence. Who knows? Maybe your child will also become an engineer one day and will work on new robots. Everything's possible. It's very important to give children the opportunity to try everything and find themselves independently. Codey is ready to help you with this. This robot will introduce your child to the basics of computer programming through fun games. By programming each movement of the robot, children intuitively understand each command and develop imagination, while also getting a useful experience. If the kid gets really excited about this subject, one can dig into the AI studies and learn more complicated programming languages. Using all the given resources, one can become a real professional. Who knows, maybe I'd be a robotics engineer now if I'd been given such a robot as a child. Behold the Aquanaut! It seems to be the smartest and most futuristic submarine ever made. It's basically used for undersea exploration, but it's really more than that. First of all, this robot can act either completely autonomously or be manually controlled by an operator on shore. It can travel up to 650 feet while inspecting the seabed and different structures. The most exciting part is that when it transforms into something very human-like and completes the most specific tasks with the robotic hands. I bet you didn't expect that. When it comes to robots, it really is important to keep them under control. That's why the Aquanaut is equipped with a smart safety system called Asimov, after the famous science fiction author. He would definitely be excited about this development. Here's a Japanese humanoid robot called HRP-5P. It's designed to work with heavy materials during the construction when it might be difficult or harmful for a human. This is the 5th generation of HRP, which is not only powerful, but incredibly smart as well. Using real-time 3D scanning, it can detect different objects like this large plaster board and take it to the right place. The high-power motor allows the HRP to stay incredibly stable when performing tricky movements like this. The crucial thing is that this robot doesn't need a prepared environment. It's fully capable of working in any given conditions. Moreover, it'll manage to find a screwdriver in the room in order to attach the board. I mean, just look at these moves. Samsung developed a robot which would be a great companion for people with health issues or the elderly users. Samsung Bot Care can detect your main health indicators such as blood pressure, heart rate, and others. It's as easy as touching the screen with your fingers for a few seconds. The large screen would be quite useful for those who enjoy doing exercises at home. This is the personal trainer you've probably been looking for. Besides, it's capable of reminding the owner to take their meds or detecting a fall and calling for help. Well, aside from that, the bot can play music and check the weather just like a regular voice assistant. Take care! Don't forget to share in the comments which robot you like the most.